We have a very bizarre story to report tonight coming from Victorville. A murder here. 43-year-old Isaac Gutierrez bound over for trial today. He is charged with murdering his girlfriend and another woman. Police say that he mistook the second victim for a man, apparently thinking that she was his ex-wife's boyfriend. The cause of all this confusion, and this is the bizarre part, she was a bearded woman. She reportedly had a beard, a mustache, and chest hair, and had been living as a man for several years.
A Redwood City woman has been sentenced to spend the next 28 years behind bars for forcing her 14-year-old daughter into prostitution. The prosecutor in the case says 31-year-old Barbara DeLoach was a prostitute herself. As a parent turned pimp, she got $40 both times she sold her daughter's services. The San Mateo County Superior Court judge imposed the harshest sentence the law allows.
Came from in New York. A woman is accused of using her young children as prostitutes just to support her own drug habit. It reportedly happened in a mobile home in Long Island. Police say a woman who lived there was hooked on crack and needed money bad. They say she exploited her young daughters, selling them as prostitutes. Their ages 2, 4, and 6 years old. The mother has been arrested. So have 3 men who allegedly paid to have sex with the children.
Removed during Madonna's testimony. Police in L.A. don't expect to have much trouble solving the crime of this convenience store. A store clerk struggling with 3 teenagers who were stealing beer, and he disarmed one of them, literally. The prosthetic arm came off in the hands of the surprised clerk during the struggle. The teenagers fled with the beer, but 3 older teens later came into the store, and one, identifying himself as the suspect's big brother, demanded the arm back. The clerk refused.
In South Los Angeles, a suspected child molester is behind bars tonight. Police say James Netherly allegedly broke into a house, abducted a 4-year-old girl, and molested her. Family members and neighbors who went searching for the girl spotted the suspect, chased him down, and beat him. When police arrived, they found Netherly chained to a table at a nearby restaurant. Police in Hollywood shot and killed a suspected prostitute after she allegedly tried to run them down with their own car. The 35-year-old woman, whose identity has not been released, had been left alone handcuffed inside the police car while officers were questioning a man who was with her. The woman managed to get out of the handcuffs or shift them around. She got into the driver's seat and began driving towards the police. One officer was struck and slightly hurt before the woman was killed.
A 22-hour standoff is over, and a Chicago cop is under arrest tonight, charged in a series of sexual assaults. Detective John Somerville barricaded himself inside his Northside home yesterday. He surrendered to his partner just before noon today. Police say Somerville, a 16-year veteran on the force, attacked women during late-night traffic stops.
We brought the victims in and we showed them photo displays of all of the detectives we have in the police department, and 2 of those victims were very precise in identifying Officer Somerville as their attacker.
Somerville faces charges of sexual assault, kidnapping, unlawful restraint, and official misconduct. He has been relieved of his police duties.
A convicted killer didn't help the sentencing portion of his case after going on a courtroom rampage.
We bind the defendant.
Wayne Coffin sprang from his chair as the verdict was read and made a beeline for the prosecutors. He was wrestled to the ground and eventually taken out of the courtroom. The judge says jurors can take the outburst into account during sentencing deliberations. Coffin could get the death penalty.